Hey, what's up, everyone? What you see before you is basically my daily EDC. This is the stuff that I normally carry, always carry, usually carry, and you've probably seen some of this stuff before. Right here, I have the CRKT Minimalist in the Persian. We have the O-Pen mini bolt action pen. I have a little cheap Kershaw multi-tool, good to pry. It's a very quick screwdriver. I have a Olite baton, and I have a Boker OTF. So that's kind of what I have with me every day, or usually. Like I said, some days I might bring a Leatherman Wave with me if I think I might need it. There are some days when I'm not at work, I'll bring a firearm with me, and then there's a couple of other things that I assume you know I have with me, like a wallet, keys, things like that. Sometimes I'll also kind of bring something like this, Spyderco Power 2. Like I said, that's not an everyday thing. But I just bought something that I think is really cool, and it's something that I didn't know existed, and it's something that's really cheap, and I think it's something that a lot of you might like if you don't know it already exists, especially those of you who are a bit older. And it's this. That's right, this. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, like, what you got a cigarette lighter? No, no, I did not get a cigarette lighter. I bought that, and as a matter of fact, I even bought this one right here. I have two of them. Pretty cool. Let me take some of this stuff out of the way so that this way we can have a spotlight just on that very, very cool item or two that I took out for you. So as you can see, this is a pretty small package here. It's about the size of a Zippo, I would say. Maybe just a teeny bit thicker, but, you know, pretty small. Now, you might say, what is this? Well, you open up this handy dandy opening here and you have something sticking out. What is this? Eyeglasses, fold in half. Look how small these things are. I mean, if you compare this to, like, let's say the Minimalist, whoops, look how small those things are. They're like maybe 2 inches long by 3/4 of an inch to an inch wide. Tiny. Absolutely tiny. Now, when you open them up, it's pretty cool because they open in half, like you'd expect. And then you have these little stubby eyeglass ends on them. But then, what's really cool is you pull them out like an antenna, and voila, you have eyeglasses. Now, these aren't meant to take the place of your regular reading glasses, but I find these to be invaluable because if you're like me, your regular reading glasses are probably a little bit bigger than that, and they come in a hard case. Well, if I have my hard case with me, it's something I really don't want to carry around because it's kind of big and it's bulky. It's a pain in the neck, really. But I do keep one in my desk at work. I keep one in my console in my car. I keep a pair in the console in the living room. I keep a pair in my bedroom. So I have them in all those places. But guess what? A lot of times I need glasses and I can't get them. Some of you know I collect coins, so I'll go to a coin show. I forget my glasses. I'm screwed. What am I going to do? Leave the coin show to go look at a particular thing? It's kind of a pain in the neck. Same thing. I have kind of a large workplace. So I might need to look at something in a hurry. Well, guess what? I don't have my glasses with me, possibly. They might be at my desk. I got to go walking around and zigzagging, and other people kind of pulling me aside for this or that. This way, I can just pull this little tiny thing out of this little tiny box and get these glasses, and they're there for me. You know, like with handguns, a lot of times people will say, you know, you should keep like a full size handgun with you that has a certain capacity. Well, yeah, those are great, but the thing is, program compliance. Are you going to carry that with you every single day? Are you going to carry like a Glock 34 with you every day? Probably not. Well, same thing with this. Are you going to carry a set of eyeglasses with you and the eyeglass case and everything with you so they don't break? Because I'm clumsy, I will break them. Are you going to carry all that stuff with you every day? Probably not, but if you look at how small this is, I mean, look at that in the palm of my hands. It's pretty small, and it's pretty narrow, and the case is pretty nice. It's not like a super like rugged thing, but if you're just going to keep it in your pocket or something, I think it'll hold up pretty well. I actually am going a bit crazy now because I want to put it on my belt. So I have an extra Leatherman pouch that I wanted to put this in. Problem is I can't find my extra Leatherman pouch, and I don't want to take it out of my Leatherman Wave pouch because, well, where's my Leatherman Wave going to be? That's its home. So I actually had another multi-tool sheath that I found that belonged to a Ryobi multi-tool, and I thought that will be perfect, and I saw it, and I'm like, that's going to be perfect. Guess what? It's not perfect. It doesn't fit. This is a little too big for it. So it continues. So I'm looking for some place good to put this so that it's on my belt all times. Work, weekend, whatever, I have a pair of eyeglasses. Even better is that they're pretty cheap. Now, I never knew these existed until maybe a week ago. I was at the Dollar Tree, and I'm in line, just kind of looking around, and I noticed that they had a pair of eyeglasses that fold. So I'm thinking, that is pretty cool. I like that idea. But then I thought, well, what do I do with them? Because I'm going to need a case or something. I mean, I guess I could have put them in like a Leatherman sheath or something. But I didn't think of it at that time. I'm like, yeah, great idea. But then I got to thinking, and I went to Amazon and I typed in folding reading glasses into Amazon. So if you need reading glasses, I highly, highly encourage you to do this. Type in folding reading glasses at Amazon, and you will be hit with 9 million of these things. They all look the same. They look like they're made by the same people in the same company from the same design. These particular ones cost, I believe it was $15 for 2 pairs. So I got the gunmetal and the black. They do have various colors if you want, different color ones. And I also, like I said, I paid $15 for 2 pairs. If you want 3, some of the listings had 3 for like $19.99. I think there may have been some with 4, but I was thinking 2 would be good because I think if I got 1, it would have been like $12. So I figure I'll spend the extra $3. I'll get 2 because 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So, and plus I know how sturdy they'd be. They seem decent. I mean, as you can tell, I mean, they're not like heavy duty, high quality, but when you go to a store and you see like those really cheap reading glasses that are like, $1.50 at Dollar Tree or $3 or $5 or $7, they're really not high quality either. And those don't fold. So these are maybe the same quality, I'd say, but they fold. So I will gladly pay extra money for that. Now, how long is this gonna gonna last? I don't know. I mean, let me see. Let me take a look at this hinge. To be honest with you, the hinge on the bridge, if you can see that, looks just like the type of hinge that you would have on the piece that goes on the ear. So the nice thing is, if this breaks, I could probably fix it with the regular eyeglass kit, which is nice. And it's a pretty good fit in the case also, which I really like. And they put an insert in there that is, it's not suede. It's actually kind of like a cardboard, but it kind of has like a bit of a suede-like feel, so the lenses won't get scratched. And it has a very positive click. And from what I understand here, they're not coming out. So if you drop this or you shakes around a little bit, nothing's happening there. So again, if this is something that you've never thought of adding to your daily EDC, it's certainly nothing I ever thought of adding, but it's something that I'm finding I'm using more and more often. I just went to the doctor's not too long ago, and I needed a stronger reading glasses. So I said, why not now, right? So I got a nice pair for work because it only cost me like $30 with the copay and stuff. So it's not like I had to pull out like $300 for them. It was only $30, and they're really nice, very sturdy, well made. But then I get these other ones for, just basically $7.50 a piece, and they're so convenient because, again, am I going to carry this big thing with me every day? I don't think so. So anyway, just a little something I want to throw in there with you because, this is important to have with you. It's it's really nice to have a pen. This is important for whether it be for self-defense or tool stuff, this comes in handy. Believe it or not, in an office environment, flashlights come in handy fairly regularly. You wouldn't believe it. Lots of loose cables. This, not so much you think, but I do like having it. So, having all this stuff with you is very, very useful. And I got to tell you, I think in a given day at work, this is what I am going to use the most on my typical day at work. Even when I'm not at work, like I said, a lot of times I'm at a store and I want to see which food will make me less fat. I can't read the ingredients very well anymore, so I need the glasses. I go to a coin shop. I can't tell the difference between something made in 1986, 1988. This is the difference right there. It helps me. So if you are kind of in my boat and you're on the wrong side of 40, it's definitely something you might want to pick up. And like I said, the price is so cheap. And if you look at the reviews on it, it's gotten several thousand reviews. Now, I do have an Amazon affiliate link. I am not putting the link in the description because I don't want you to think I'm pushing these things saying, oh, they're really great, buy them, I make a commission. I'm not making a commission. If I put the link and you click the link, I'd make a commission. I'm not putting it down there. In the past, sometimes people have bought stuff from my links. I've made the little commissions here and there. I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you, if you need glasses, these are really cool to buy. I have nothing to gain, but basically you thinking, well, that video was kind of informative. So again, check out folding reading glasses in the search box in Amazon, and you'll see lots and lots of these popping up. Like I said, they look like they're made by the same companies. Anyway, may you see better and have a good day. I'll talk to you later.